before we get started, I just want to talk about a couple things. And your guys' practice here, I wanted to revolve around some simple ideas. I think no matter what we do, whether it's chipping or hitting or whatever, I always want to keep it simple and really, yeah, just not be complicated about it, because a lot of times instruction kind of turns into that, and it turns into this crazy formula, but it's really not, you know. First of all, with putting, if you really think about what the putter is doing, it's doing this, right? It's not complicated, right? It really isn't. Some people like to make it really difficult and maybe it look really bad. But really, this is all it is. It's seriously, you know what I mean? How hard is it for the club to do this? But once we put it in our hands, now we're involving all different parts of our body. So we get to choose whether or not we use that or don't use that, right? When it also comes to putting mentally, when you're setting up for a putt, it's just two things: speed and aim. That's it. So if your stroke is doing this, your speed's right, your aim's right, you make every putt. You know what I'm saying? And then when your confidence is low, you feel like you're gonna make nothing. When you're feeling good about your putting, you feel like you're gonna make everything. You know what I mean? So I mean, mentally, that's what it is. But those are the three things all I want you to care about while we're doing our putting today. Think about this stroke doing this, okay? And when you're setting up over a putt, no matter what drill you're doing here, you're thinking about one or two things. If you're thinking about something else, you're thinking about something wrong, right? So speed, aim, as long as you're not nervous, you're not, you know, doing something funny with your hands or something like that, speed and aim, speed and aim, speed and aim. Don't think about anything else, okay? So when you guys are doing this putt, stroke-wise, okay, the putter, the actual movement of the putter, what are the parts of your body that you actually need to hold onto the club? Hands. What are the parts of your body that you need to actually make this club go back and forth? What do you think? Anybody else? What do you think?
Shoulders.
100% shoulders. Yeah. Arms, okay. Arms will keep you in place, okay. But the biggest thing I'm gonna say is, like, the biggest no-no. If I see you do it, I'm gonna come by and slap you on the hand. Is if you're using your hands. Okay. We'll continue this discussion throughout the rest of the day, but as you guys use your putting stroke, okay, if you start to use your hands, okay, then now you're relying on your movement of your hands only. Really small muscles, fast twitch muscles, you know what I mean? Not going to help in consistency, okay? So when you guys are setting up for this putt here, your whole body should be still, right? There's no reason, we're not looking for power here, we're looking for control, right? So make sure you're using your bigger muscles. Okay, I know it's a small movement, but use your bigger muscles, because that's what's stable, okay? So when you guys are setting up for your putt here, we'll talk about posture in a second, but your actual movement of the stroke, here, I can't reach it, but here, between the scaps, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's right here, like here, and then the other side, exactly where I'm pointing. And then you're just moving your shoulders here, right? So if I were to, I actually forgot to bring it, but I was going to use a book, right? So let's say I'm holding a Bible, right? I'm holding it right here between my hands, and then just this. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So we're gonna make sure this doesn't happen. The use of our wrists, okay? Again, that's gonna be a huge thing that I'm gonna talk about all day. Hands and wrists, okay? Because if you guys notice, every amateur golfer or anything like that, what do they use the most? Their hands and arms, the upper body. It's supposed to be the other way around, lower body first, right? So we're gonna talk about that, but as you guys do your putting stroke, that's what it is. Just your shoulders. You guys already know, you guys seen enough golf, it looks different for everybody, right? How they set up, what tool they use, loft lie and all that stuff. And that also depends on their posture too, but I had this fear that I wasn't recording. But yeah, so all that stuff, make sure please you're just still using this. In the beginning, you're gonna want to use your hands. Okay, so just keep telling yourself don't use your hands in your hands. But posture wise, when you're setting up, get into the best posture possible where you will not move, okay? And roughly, if you are not using or moving your knees, and if you're not moving your head, you're staying 99% still. So if you want to think about it really simply, instead of, I'll ask somebody to do that, and what do they get? They get frozen. Yeah, they get really frozen, they get really tense. So just kind of think about keeping your knees still, think about keeping your head still. As you get into your posture here, right? I don't care how much you hang, right? I mean, probably should bend your knees because that's for your balance, right? But as you get into your posture, make sure, a couple things. Your eyes are right over the ball. My eyes are way over here. you know what I mean, my line of sight is just kind of off. Make sure your eyes are right over the ball. So if you want to stand like this, you want to stand open, closed, I don't care, right? But as long as your eyes are over the ball, your shoulders are squared to it. I don't care about your feet, okay? Because, you know, Jack Nicklaus, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, putting's that one thing where you can do kind of whatever you want, but I'm just going over the stuff that's like, you need to do this, you know what I mean? So, shoulders are squared to your target, eyes are over the ball. I think that's pretty simple, you know what I mean? That way, because you're using your shoulders are messed up, pointing a different or wrong way, we're going to have to manipulate or use some sort of compensation, which always comes to the hands. Okay, you feel like you're making some sort of compensation in putting, it's always going to come down to your hands. You're not going to do something funny with your body, you're going to end up doing something funny with your hands. Okay, so shoulders, eyes over the ball, using just your shoulders here, okay, and then do that stroke, back and through, back and through. A lot of people think about the club during this part, rarely do they feel any emphasis on the follow through. Yeah, huge thing. Okay, so you don't have to worry about aiming too much. You don't even have to worry about speed too much. All I care about is where's your club head. So two main focus points is your posture, obviously, how you set up to the ball, making that consistent, and the next one is making sure this club just doesn't go too far back. Okay, if that club goes too far back, you know you're gonna have to slow down, so you decelerate. Okay, so the biggest thing, hitting a good putt, you gotta accelerate. Doesn't mean you have to hit it hard. Doesn't mean you have to hit it fast. You just have to make sure the club's picking up speed as it goes through. Okay, or else, yeah, the contact's gonna be funny. It just doesn't roll right. So make sure you're moving through. This is your backstop. Make sure it doesn't hit that. Pretty simple. Right. I use it for 6-year-olds, so I'm hoping you guys are able to pull that off. The circles here is just gonna be about our speed. It's gonna be about our speed. We got two different distances: 10 feet. I think what was 20 feet and then 30 feet. Okay, so those putts right there, sure, if you make them, cool, while you're playing golf. You don't really expect to make them. If you make it, great, you know what I mean? But how many of those do you actually make? If you want to talk about, you know, strategy in your game, dude, let's put it in that circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make sure the next putt, 100% going in, right? You guys know about the whole 3-putt and everything. The first two, actually the first one, I want to see it in the yellow circle. Club up. So a lot of times when we put the club on the ground, we start to press in, you know, use our hands a little bit. So I want you to hover it, right? The same way your hands should feel like they're like this when you're setting your putting stroke, right? If we feel like we're reaching, if we feel like we're reaching, pulling in, pushing out, pulling in, or anything like that, we're gonna end up using hands, right? So make sure your hands are super, super lax. Okay, however your posture is when you're hanging. Boom. That's your posture for putting stroke. That way, when you pick it up, just your shoulders, okay? So hit the middle of the club face right there. I know that even that one seems easy. You're gonna hit some off the toe.